Hello, hello, hello. And we are live, I hope. This is just going to be a short one. Okay, looks like something's wrong with the streaming. Give me a moment. This looks better. Just checking if you can follow text and stuff. Yeah. Everything needs practice, so this will too. So what are we gonna do today? Where did we stop last time? Okay. This is hard. So I replaced the hard disk in my development MacBook, and the old one was dying or making strange noises and getting slower and slower. And when I did that, I forgot to push the last commit, which wasn't so bad. So I just reattached the old disk, got into that, did an ugly rebase, and just pushed that. So basically, this is the last commit before that ugly rebase. These are the broken pieces. So I'm going to switch back to this and then step by step try to merge this one by one. This is not something I do on a constant basis, so there might be some searching and stuff. Let's see how it goes. So the current status of the game is, let's see, it's building. It is running. I hope. This doesn't look so bad actually. Let's check. Can you hear the music? I can't, but I guess you can. It should be on. So let's die quickly here. All works as expected. And actually these counters were added after the botched merge, so let's make sure they stay alive. So let me quickly show what's currently broken. Let's go into the debug build. Let's do an UI build, a UI test build, and just run the UI test, which means it should automatically test the hell out of this. Play a bit, load a special zone, do some screenshots and stuff. Basically what we need for the store to be confident that it's working. This is the debug build, as you can see by the bunch of debug buttons here and the little text overlay. Don't get distracted by that. So far so good. I'm doing screenshot number 1. Doing screenshot number 2. Continuing. Play a bit. It should load the special zone here, which for some reason is not working at all. I guess that's a bug in the scripting module that happened when doing the botched rebase, and basically it should run for like 50 meters and do a second screenshot. Or was it 65? Let's have a quick look. Should do one at 50, one at 73, one at 87, and just end. As you can see, we're at 93 now, just not ending. So no real idea what's going on here. So let's stop this. Obviously this is just gonna run forever. Let's see if this is actually the correct file. This is good. So I showed you the pack scripts last time, so we have this pack scripts, nothing to update, and then we just pack the data, nothing to update, so it wasn't broken data files. Let's do a quick status. nothing to add here. So yeah, let's dig into this. There's some data censored here. The reasons usually here's how long ago this commit was done and who did it, and not everybody working on this wants to be on the stream. So yeah. So how about we go back to this commit. Okay, and just pack the scripts again. One update, pack the data file. One update, so we're repackaging the whole game. Oh, that was a normal build. By the way, this is a three-finger swipe, and this is swipe up, swipe down, just quick window switching. But you know that this is Command Shift U for build, UI test build. Actually, I should install an add-on to show the key presses. So this worked, and let's see what the automated test is doing while we watch this running. I'll do a quick update for the goals. Next time this will be marked down, I swear. So one goal is just get to the old pre-broken rebase state. Second goal is re-add the overlays, and basically that's it for today. But now let's see. Oh, breakpoint. So it's loading the right zone. As you can see here, it's the 8000 marketing screenshots zone, which has some special stuff going on. The coin placed here to show off the explosion, the rain coin placed here to show off the rain. Actually, the screenshot timing is totally off, but we'll fine-tune that soon as everything's working again. So this is not looking too bad. Not sure why we're at 18 meters. Something is broken here. And as I said, let's re-add the overlays, and so the script ends, and actually for the test, wait, didn't that just... Oh, this one, testing complete, no issues. So yeah, newer tests are probably at the date is wrong. No, but this is the one we're interested in. The debug screenshots from today at 6:45. This is one from today, which we could just ignore. But basically, all green, nice. It's working again. So let's see what's different with to this one. Git diff. So we added the overlay CPP, and we added the HPP for the overlay. We added the overlay manager. We added the data file and added some PNGs. So before we do anything, we're in a kind of broken state. So no, not broken, modified state. So let's add the change data file just to be sure. Git commit. Usually I'm using Sublime, but I haven't found a way to hide the losses there, so I'm doing this manually. Roll back to let's rebase this. There's some the PNGs are pretty big because they're 4K, and so that's why this is taking so long. We need to extract the content into its own Git. Use Git large file system for that, but that's a goal for later time. Let's just push this. I turned off the CI system because otherwise I would get a bunch of notifications, which I don't want right now, and nobody else is working on this. So let's stream offline again. Let me check something. Even walking off screen here, I'm leaving the stream on the second box just for verification. And something is weird here. I need a better control setting. It says live now, it's dropping. Oh, the screens look good. Is the text readable? I hope so. Otherwise, just check the YouTube version in 4K later. Yeah, sorry about that. So we're in a safe status again. Let's do the sensor lock brief again. As you see, we rolled back to that, and now we want to merge this one. So git merge. Oh, obviously not. Let me check something real quick. I could just do this, but I have too many other screens that I don't want you to see. So sorry about going off screen for a second here. By the way, does anybody know how to stop Windows from resorting my windows when the laptop goes to sleep and takes the external display with it? Because it's super, super annoying. So what do we want to do? We want to check out all the files in this certain commit. So let's just try to roll forward. So it's still this commit, git checkout. Yeah, in pedantic we should do this. Status. Did I get the wrong commit here? To be okay. I'm a bit rusty on the Git command line. Was using Sublime so much. We doing this one by one now just to make sure we don't skip the one that introduced the bug. And let's actually see if we have the overlay manager. We have the overlay manager, but we don't have the overlay.hpp in the build. Which is a bit weird. Don't ask why this is not alphabetical. Let's call it historic. Tell you what, actually I hoped having to talk during the stream will help me focus more, and it's pulling my mind totally over the place. This is weird. Mm-hmm. Okay. Looks like the overlay manager is already there. Let's see if it's in the. I'm not sure why it's finding it when it's not added to the project. Maybe the new xcode version is a bit broken, but let's re-add these files. This should, in theory, do nothing because they're not hooked up yet. So let me check real quickly. I want to know on which commit this file was added. Yeah, this is what you get when you cheat. I should have gone on a so the 3C. The C35E added these files, and when I rolled back, it unadded the files from Git, and then strange behavior, but the files are there and they're in the project now. And the project is still building, and I hope the test is still running. In the meantime, we can go here and take this off because old state is working. Let's see. Starting this might help. Yeah, it's been a long and rough day, so excuse me being all over the place, but I have to get used to this. So. Also a bit of bad sleep last night. Screenshot distances are completely off, and I have no idea why. They shouldn't be. But the test is running, so I'll read. Let's check the app real quick. Okay, so the overlay manager is not hooked up. I'm switching to Sublime and just ignoring that I can do it. So this is the app, and basically this is the call, but and this is the place where Git really screwed up. I wonder if the easiest would be to just cherry pick the files. What would you do? Yeah, I know, you don't know. Roll forward. Let's just go back to this one here. So actually we're rolling forward. And then we just fix that. That's what I probably should have done. Let's push this so the CI has a chance to. So now we should be at this. Okay. Which is the broken state, and now we debug why this script is not working at all. And this is gonna be a bit nasty, but let's go to release debug build, manage the scheme, release debug, edit. This is old, and then a little bit older. Let's do a release debug. If we do the with screenshots, the continue will not work, but we can do that. plus with screenshot script. And I have no idea what the screenshot parameters were, so we steal them from here. That's not too bad. Nope. Yeah, I should work more with the xcconfig files. You could probably just use a test config here and thank you. I just realized that when I test, now let's leave it like this. So we do a normal run on this. See something ugly? My Apple Watch is starting to give me a rash. I don't know what happened there. Build this through. Let's run it, and in theory, it should start the script now. It's hitting a breakpoint that it's not hitting. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's run this again. Maybe it wasn't so smart to start with the hardest frickin' piece too. It's a queue submission that's AWS pinpoint, and sometimes in debug builds on the simulator that hangs. I never figured out why, but that's so deep in their SDK that I have no chance to fix that. So yeah, this is somewhere in their code. This is the UL connection loader that basically freezes everything in the simulator sometimes. And I have no idea why. Another try. This is not what I wanted to debug today. It isn't. Maybe just wait. Let's just delete all breakpoints. Nope. I'm using too much Visual Studio recently. Oh, it's waiting for continue. But it's not. It's a script running, but it's in hidden mode, so. Wondering if there's a better way to debug this. Probably edit the space, so this font here is transparent. Wondering why the font is transparent, because this is a release with debug build. Okay, we need a debug build. Before I do anything stupid now, so run no arguments test. Yeah, I'm gonna duplicate this. Fiiish with screenshots. I'm trying to find a build engineer to clean up this build mess because it just needs. Don't ask. I'm not sure why the close button is so. The arguments, add the arguments, close it. And now we should have a debug build. By the way, always set these to shared, because otherwise nobody will remember what I did here. So the build succeeded, and I switched back to the old build while starting. Nice job. Yeah, sorry about that. We want the debug build with screenshots. And it's launching. By the way, anybody has any use for this minimap thing? I mean, I know that my code is nicely formatted. I don't need this. Launching Fiiish. What the hell is going on? It's probably the one that failed starting. Yeah. This simulator. Okay, now we are in a clean state. This simulator is much better than all the other simulators I've worked with, but it still has some flaws here and there. Okay, is it running the script or is it not running the script? At start, it's waiting for continue. This is probably continue with it. Too much noise. I haven't touched this project in 4 years. I'm just ramping up with you. start here. I'm not sure. Let's check the app. This is for your benefit, not for mine. So it is waiting for one input. That should be continue. Okay. So the whole UI testing is a super ugly hack, and just close your eyes now. Yeah, there's even banner views in there, which are not used anymore. So here's the input field. Touches ended, touches begin. Memory. Text field should return. Let's break in there and see that. So there's this text field here. Running might help. And we just enter continue text. And there's a space at the end of it. Maybe we should strip it. So it's waiting for continue, not continue space. So now, as a continue, actually we're gonna highlight that here better. Well, now it's waiting for the screenshot. And guess what? We just say, look, continue. And we did it again. Okay, here's what we'll do. We commit these so that we can actually see what's going on. And then we I could do this here with your help, developer documentation, and a string. Sure, there's a trim. Trimming characters. Oh. String by trimming characters in set. Oh, really? Use whitespace character set or whitespace. So Okay. What was the name of this? And we want this. I programmed so much Ruby recently. Wait a second. Oh, this is in his character set. What did I do? Used to my Windows keyboard. Okay, now we should get trim strings and we should see the, let's move this down here. Let's see. This is better anyway. I mean, will commands ever have leading or trailing white space? Probably not. Okay. Can you please continue with a space? Just press return. And the text entered was continue. And guess what? It's continuing. So let's do this again. Not sure why C completes to actually. I'm pretty sure there are some words starting with C that make more sense. Yeah, I guess we can remove this one here now. Okay, script is running. It's not loading the special zone. And I have no idea why. So that's a go to zone here. I mean, we've seen the request screenshot, so why is the go to zone not triggered? Fish script module. So step 1, go to zone is hooked up as go to zone, and I wish I could just jump here, but yeah. Xcode doesn't like C++. So let's check this. The script in-game script debugger is somewhere on a to-do list, but to be honest, we rarely ever use that. It is requesting screenshot 0 title. So this is this one. Never getting to point where calling this. So let's go to the app. In the update loop, let's see what's going on. We're not waiting for inputs. So we update the overlay manager, we update the game state, we have the script host, we give the time step, which is clamped to half a second for cases like this. We go into the update. And the P call succeeds. So the script is still running. There's no way to figure out in which line. Well, it's not true. We could use the Lua breakpoint, or we could use the Lua. I don't want to get into this too deep because the Lua is just hot glued on Fiiish because it's new in the newer library. What state is the script in? Oh, I'm in debug builds, we're tracing all allocations. And Lua is allocating this shitload of tiny allocations. I'm not sure what they're doing, but no, Box2D is a bit better and allocates chunks. So I have an idea. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. Navigate. Go back. Just to be sure I'm not. So this is the script module. I'm missing something here. So the yield is working, the wait for continue is obviously working. So let's see if the enabled sheet and request screenshot and add overlay are working. Actually, I'm pondering, just go to the script host. The script host Lua, it's totally abstracted at this point. So, and sorry for being so fast. So basically, we're just putting the pointer to this thing into the Lua user data, and okay, this is the register function, so we just putting it in the global table, and here we actually call the script function. So here, this is exactly what we want. Let's see. Yeah, in theory, you can embed Lua in a way that you can have a step-by-step debugger and detailed state information, but that never was implemented. So I could use it now. So let's follow this. It's disabling the user touches. Oh, look, it's disabling the user touches. Just keep going. Yeah, this can go. It's getting the Fiiish Y. It's doing that once per frame, so this is gonna get noisy, but It's getting the fish Y. It's getting the fish Y. Actually, p name not equals get fish Y. Will this work? No, obviously not. Wait for continue. It's enabling the cheats. It's enabling the don't die cheat and requesting a screenshot. It's adding a touch. This basically touched the screen to start the game, and then it should wait. So what I don't get here, oh, the request screenshot is waiting for a continue, but okay. The per frame update is still doing the fish. Come on, can you just autocomplete C to continue by now? It's getting the distance in meters. Actually, let's jump into this. Get distance in meters. Shouldn't have a parameter. It's calling the get distance in meters. Get the game state. Looks valid. Default to 0. We have a game state. We do have a game. Ask the game for the distance. The distance is 0. Okay, first screenshot, fair enough. Get out of this, go. This is a per frame get fish Y. It's setting the target, it's getting the Y. Okay, let's just I'm not getting the coroutine. The coroutine needs to continue. Needs to add touch. Continue. It's getting the distance, creates the screenshot. This is basically this next step is, sorry. Why is this broken? Get distance in meters is broken, and that's why everything else is falling apart. And you see what is broken? The merge was foobarred. I'll show you. Git diff. Actually, we can go back to this one. We only want the fish script module CDB. So get distance in meters is after the enabled cheat and before the set distance in meters. So the thing is, wait, wait. Stop. Trying to find a good example to explain it better. So you see the pattern here? All these calls return a 0. All these calls have no return value. So this, the get distance in meters, wait a second. What? Now I'm confused. Now I am confused. What confuses me most, okay, thinking loud here for you. We're getting the last step distance from get distance in meters. We see that it's called, and we see that we return a value. So get distance in meters, get distance in meters. Oh. Oh, my bad. My bad. We didn't debug far enough. Let's try this again. Wait for continue. Requesting a screenshot, so obviously it has to wait for continue. Now it's getting the distance in meters. And my confusion was, I was debugging this and expecting Lua return, but didn't see it. But yeah, so got distance in meters is 0. It's fine because it is 0. And now, why is it not getting the distance again? Because we've done the next step here. We yield it, and we never get called again. I'm gonna special case these two because script host Lua. Bool skip is false. If not skip, then this. I'm pressing the wrong button. Sorry for that. Still pressing Windows Visual Studio buttons for navigation, and this is not going to fly. So ideally, we would give the script host don't debug this list, but I'm just gonna hard code it if skip word in extra verbatim visit braces, sorry, string compare p name. So we get fishy. I did it again. I did it again. I did it again. And set fish y target. String.hpp. It's a namespace. Yes. Oh, I want our string compare. Lua. This is a freaking namespace. It's a namespace. What the fix you suggest? Yeah, no. Maybe it's time to stop for today. Better? Better. I'm getting hungry. This was supposed to be only an hour. So the name is disable user touches. Yes. Waiting for continue. We enabled the cheats. Request a screenshot. Let's quickly jump into that. And by the way, this danger, danger, danger. Okay, this is the first screenshot. Lots of boilerplate here, but the idea was to have a config file that generates this, so it's all formatted exactly the same, even if it could be just an equal one here. Yeah, so this, well, so 001 title, all good, set app status, and get out of here. Add a touch. Oh, we started the game already, I guess, by touching it ourselves, but this shouldn't matter, so it's waiting for a continue. It's trying to get the distance in meters, which will be 0. Let me, I have a hunch. I just have a hunch here. Let's break in panic. Oh, this is the other breakpoint we used earlier, but distance is 0. We're pushing that as a float and telling her, hey, here's the variable for you. The thing is, it should be calling it every frame. This whole Lua layer is not my favorite part of the game. So either this coroutine is dead, or the time until the next step is nil. So, but what I really don't understand is how did we break this part? Okay. Step 1. Else. Else. Script that or time nil. Let's just see what happens. I mean, we have to do tag scripts, and then we have to do tag little thick fingers today. Copying scripts to pack data directory. Wait a second. Ooh. Ooh. So this is the Lua script that we just edited, and okay. Why is this saying 0 updates? Let's at least take a note. So if I change this, then this because yeah, okay, my bad. All good. Okay, just following. I'm doing both of them. Okay, it says the script is fine, so copy it over and then we regenerate the packed file. Wrong window. I usually work on a 4K screen and not on this 1200 by 800 screen, so yes, screen space helps. Let's see what happens here. This is a lot digging in the dirt, because in theory this shouldn't have broken anything, and it's probably just the one line problem. It's waiting for a continue. Okay, can get that. It's enabling the cheats. It's requesting another screenshot. It's adding a touch. Maybe it shouldn't be adding the touch. It should yield in between these two. I wonder if that merge was botched. Git praise content script string. This has been forever, but the add touch. The request screenshot should immediately yield so nothing else happens. But okay, this is not the current problem. Let's just move on. Okay, waiting for the continue here. Okay, this is the get distance in meters. So this is this one here, the next step. This should not be nil, but let's see. Attempt to call nil value. It's calling add overlay. So it's actually getting here, but never to our caller, to our debugger. Because if you look here carefully, add overlay is never actually added. Let's go to the header file. Add overlay. Add overlay is here. This should throw bigger warning. This should throw a much bigger warning. Why didn't we see this? I mean, it's been spamming like crazy. Oh, okay, interesting. We need better Lua debugging. So you want overlays? Add overlay. overlay, and I guess there's no remove overlay. Let's see. Gonna remove the first breakpoint as soon as it's hit. It's waiting for the initial continue. This is just for syncing in the beginning. Oh, starting to learn. Doing the screenshot. Maybe you should make that case insensitive or something. Just see. Let's enable the overlay. It's doing a screenshot. Yeah, we could have fixed the overlays in post, but I just didn't want to touch them again. So it's calling go to zone. With the marketing screenshot zone. So that's working too. Yeah, it could probably remove the overlay earlier, but I don't care. There's a 29 meters. As I said, they need to be rebalanced. So, I think the remove overlays actually is not working. I keep typing with my keyboard. I could attach the hardware keyboard and type with the keyboard, but then when the scripting runs, it uses a soft keyboard, and don't ask. Almost there. Oh, did I? No. Let's try this again. The whole UI testing, hookup, cheating, trickery is probably 2 full days of explaining if I want to go really deep. Let's just say it's working. Okay, one more. It's removing the overlay. It had added an overlay. It's removing an overlay. The overlay ID is something dodgy. Couldn't get the parameters from the remove overlay. Why? Let's trace again with the next one. Maybe we should add an auto continue or something like that. So this is int min. It's not an integer. It's not an integer what we gave it. Okay. Let's just see. Enabled overlay got ID. I have a hunch. So update the scripts. Back to the game. I'll try and see if there's some more coffee left. Yeah, it's very nice. Wow. It's still warm. So where were we? Okay. Run. Everything in the game is proof of concept. Always only the 80% version. I always intended to pick up kind of a junior developer to teach the ropes and do the dirty work. But the game is working, the engine is working, the toolset is working. Actually, what I'm going to do is add overlay. We never return anything. We never return the ID. So got ID now. You will see in half a second. $90 to fix a botched merge, but you get a bit of an overview, a bit of understanding for the flow. Okay. Didn't I set a breakpoint? And that's why it needs the cheat. So the overlay manager says, hey, add this overlay. And we get an ID, which should be 2. It's southeast, so we position it there, create it, and we return the ID, and then we throw away the ID. What the hell? And overlay ID equals Let's use this pattern here. Overlay ID. And in any case, we say script host. We don't know it's Lua. Push. We cannot push ins. Let's see if this works. We just cast it. Overlay ID. And then we tell Lua, hey, by the way, you got a parameter. My back is killing me. Too much standing and climbing on ladders and green screen. Oh, the green screen construction here, which you cannot see or should not be able to see. Well, don't ask. So again, who wants to give me a C, O, N, autocomplete, enter. Again, C, O, autocomplete, enter. Look, ma, overlay ID is 1. And we're getting a 1. Let's see if the remove gets a 1. Because it's a float. Okay, step by step. We extend the script host with push int. I'm pretty sure I already did that. Push int. Go back. Cheating a bit here. We're gonna extend this Lua version by a push int. Yeah, virtual override, whatever. This is so, code is so old that override didn't exist back then. I'm not so sure. Let's make sure. Push. Sometimes xcode is overly helpful. Oh. And obviously we want to push an integer here. This breakpoint is not needed anymore. I guess what happened is the merge got the set coins in between the add and remove overlay, and by that did some strange things. So I'm so happy that I updated the hard disk to an SSD in this MacBook, because just starting the emulator just took like 3 minutes every single time. And now it's up in like 5 seconds. Let's push this down here. It is an integer. And the ID is probably 1. Yes. Oh, magic. Overlay gone. screenshot, do a screenshot. The timing for the zone is still wrong, but that's something I'm not gonna fix today. What? Oh, screenshot. And one final overlay. And the idea is if we just removed an overlay, where is the overlay? Done. Let's do a quick git status. I'll fix up the library later. So this is our push int, and the magic skipping part. Let's just commit this. Added integer support script post, and added debug hack. Needs to clean up. Git rebase, git push. I want 2 commits out of this, because this is basically the, yeah, I'm switching to Sublime. And this is the trim. Trim input for test from test UI. And this now is just re-enable the add overlay and remove overlay. It is work in progress. And I added add Fiiish. Yeah, as I said, usually I use Sublime Merge. Fantastic tool, and probably a switch back to that next time. So I want to commit the actual fix and the debugging part separately. So git commit added better debugging to script. We shouldn't need to commit the base OMAR, but sometimes for quicker builds, it's just simpler. In theory, it's redundant. And we shouldn't have it in the repository. It's just for git commit I forgot to get, if you can spell, my friend. Cannot amend. Add build configurations to project. Oops. Now we do this. Almost there. Git commit re-enabled overlay from script. I use a rebase based workflow, not a merge based workflow. The reason is history looks much nicer, and I care about when things were added to the repository and not when they were actually done. And we also don't do pull requests and pull request reviews, and we trust each other. I trust every single developer working on this project, which is currently me, but it's not going to production without QA anyway, so no reason to distrust code. Better rebase, merge fast, and push fast to master, and when it fails, you fix it. Simple as that. Break fast, fix fast, done. With pull requests, they go stale and they take a long time, and then you refix the pull request just to adapt to the new code, and the overhead is too big. Different scenarios, production code, continuous integration, continuous deployment, totally different story, but this is a game. I control which build goes to the store. Just my rebase hate pull request round. Not hate pull request, but for this case, it's just stupido. So why don't, oh, I know why. Let's do a pack all. We'll go into this some time later. This is 20 years of historic tools. So next time, fix overlay padding. Look into snapshots. Snapshot, snapfile. Snapfile is actually the tool. Yeah, so snapfile is a fast line tool for screenshots. I'll go into that next time. I just wanted to make sure, stuff. But let's rebuild this. I want to have a quick look into why the add overlay is not working anymore. And then we're gonna go offline soon. too much debugging. They say practice makes perfect. It also makes very tired. By the way, Betacam incoming, probably going to place closer to my development screen so you can actually see me, not me looking into the screen and hiding away from you. And also better headset. AirPods are nice for going outside, listening to music, podcasts and stuff, but for this, I want a better headset with a better mic. So we're adding the overlay with this name in this position. Let's get into this. Position is southeast. Creating a new overlay. We just copy the texture name, which is fine. Should have. I want the render. I want a breakpoint here. We get an ID. And actually, I also want to go here. We return the ID. And now it should be on. That was fast. Oh, yeah. What did I say? Request screenshot should insta yield always. That's the second overlay. Because removing the overlay in the same frame. Should overlays auto stay alive for one frame? Oh, maybe not. So the merge, I probably did the diff in the wrong order and thought it doesn't matter. It kind of does. And we're just doing the pack scripts and the pack. So you don't have to go through all of this. You know, in theory, pack all shouldn't do anything, but not all the scripts are updated to do that timestamp checking. And actually, that's one of the biggies on my list right now. It's a mixture of Shell and Ruby and C code, and I want all of this to be standalone Rust executables for portability and stuff. So there's build. We're brave here. We're removing the breakpoint. And we're also removing this breakpoint. We run. Did you run? It's learning. I wonder when it will start auto-completing on the C. We are rendering an overlay. We don't have a texture yet, but we do have a texture name, so it's deferred loading in the renderer. It should probably not be there, but it's an optimization to be discussed. And texture loaded successfully. This is, by the way, virtual ID and not hardware ID. Hardware textures are probably far less. We have a texture ID. Well, let's get the texture. Nice. And then the usual, we have width, height. We're shifting it into the position. Right. southeast is the shift factor is basically +1, -1, minus being bottom. The delta is the screen width, shift, blah. Basically, you see delta here. It's, yeah, whatever. And then we get the final rendering position. And then we just add a textured quad. Position is the center of the quad, very important. And then the width and the height, and the renderer will do the rest. The new version just has a component that says here textured quad with some helpers. Okay, so it's rendering at least once. Let's see. Okay, this can go to, this is the next frame already. Look, it's rendering. You're taking the screenshot before turning it off, and we turn it off. There's intentionally no fade or animation because these overlays are for marketing purposes only, and it's a CI system somewhere in the cloud doing the screenshots. As nobody is seeing the fade, so no need to implement it. But it would have just been 2 lines of extra code because all elements can fade by default. Taking the second screenshot. The script timing. Put that down. Fix screenshot script timing. Oh, second overlay. Obviously, this being a debug build, this is not going to be the script. We're done. Okay, let's try an automated build. Git status, git commit, wait 1 frame after request. Immediately yield. Yeah, we cannot auto yield, but after requesting screenshot to ensure predict the state. Gigantic images. So, shall we? Yes, we shall. So this is basically the script doing what I've been doing manually. Let's see. Requesting a screenshot, typing continue after taking the screenshot, second screenshot, continue. So the script is requesting 1 screenshot in the first frame, and actually the game itself is automatically doing a screenshot of the first frame. This is for test verification, so every build uploads 1 image of the initial screen to S3 on Amazon, where you can look for every single build where something changed, and basically you just scroll through and see immediately visually when a glitch appeared in which version. Taking screenshot, typing invisible continue. Is it invisible? Yeah. Another screenshot soon. As I said, positioning is off, but so actually this and this. Done. So we move this to done. This is just for us, not for development, but okay. And the log file says all good. Right. It, oh, I want all tests. So, yay! Tests are working. All good. No more local changes. Well, some local junk, but I could run the Fastlane script now, but it's gonna run about 20 minutes. The iPad Pro simulators take a bit to start up on this box, so I would say let's call it a day. Thank you for watching, and probably will try to be back tomorrow, but can't promise in detail. I still have to climb up the ladder to put up my green screen and stuff. So yeah, thanks for being here. Bye bye.